How to season a new Lodge cast iron skillet. Recently I recorded a video called Do I Need to Season a New Cast Iron Skillet? And according to Lodge's website, they come pre-seasoned and we don't really have to. All we need to do is wash them and clean them and start using them. But if you want to know how to season a brand new Lodge cast iron skillet, we're going to show you how to do that in this video, so let's go. So the very first thing we're going to do is get it over here to the sink. I'm going to put a little dishwashing soap in here. That's Dawn dishwashing soap. We got some warm water here, and we're just going to clean this thing real good. We're going to scrape it down here, wash it down, get all the dirt and dust off of it, because we don't know where this thing has been. It's been laying on a counter. It's been in the store shelves. It's come shipped from Amazon. Who knows where this thing comes? It's been in a trailer truck for no telling how long. And we don't know who's touched it or what kind of animals crawled across it or whatever. So we're gonna get her cleaned up here real good. Wash this thing up, scrub her down here a little bit, get her rinsed off. Then the next thing we need to do to season a new Lodge cast iron skillet once we get it washed is we need to dry the thing real good. So let's do that. Got my old towel that I use on cast iron. So we're gonna just take and dry this thing out real good, front and back. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my trusty old Crisco, and we're gonna take and just slather this on real thick. We're not gonna get real particular with it. We're just gonna make sure we get this massaged into this cast iron real good, because this happens to be a grill pan and it's got these ridges in it, so it makes it a little bit more difficult, but not really. We'll get this thing lathered up real good, and we're going to bake it upside down to where all that excess grease will come off anyway. So we'll just get her lathered up here real good, all over, front, back, top, bottom, sides, handle, and everything. All right, so we got that dude lathered up real good. So what we're going to do now, we're going to move over to the oven, and we're going to put this in the oven, and we're going to bake this off at 350 degrees for 1 hour, upside down. So let's move on over there and do that. Okay, we got our oven already preheating, so we're going to set that in there upside down. And I've got a couple other pieces here that I've been working on, and so we're going to place them in there also, and we're just going to let this bake for 1 hour. Okay, it's been 15 minutes, and I know you were probably wondering why in the world would I ever put that much oil on a cast iron skillet. And the reason why I did that is because I'm going to wipe it down. And so we'll get them out here. I have my rag that I normally use. This is an oil rag that I use to season cast iron. And even though I slathered all that Crisco on there, I'm going to take and wipe the excess off, because we really only want to put a thin layer on at a time, and then we'll bake that on. And so I hope you didn't think I was just going to slather that much on there and leave it like that. I mean, I guess you could, but you know, you take a chance on it getting real sticky, and we don't want that. We want a good finish. We don't want sticky. And so we're going to wipe these down a little bit. Corn pan looks pretty good. Amazing, man. All right, so we got these wiped down. We're going to go ahead and get them back in the oven. And that was 15 minutes, so we're going to go for another 45 minutes or maybe even a little bit longer. All right, well, we've got that in there. So we're gonna set our timer for 1 hour, and that'll be 1 hour and 15 minutes. And as soon as that hour is up, we're gonna shut the heat off and let it cool down. We'll come back and show you what one coat looks like. All right, well, we've let this thing cool down. It's been in the oven for about 2 hours, actually. Baked for an hour or 1 hour and a half or so, and then we let it cool down to where we can handle it by touch. But this is how you season a new Lodge cast iron skillet. This is a grill pan, and they come pre-seasoned from Lodge, but we went ahead, we added 1 coat of Crisco, and we've been working on a couple pieces for a friend of ours, and this is the first coat of seasoning on this corn stick pan, and also this cast iron skillet that was in such bad shape. But I mean, it's starting to take seasoning. So this is how you season a brand new Lodge cast iron skillet and older skillets. So what we're going to do, we're going to put another coat of Crisco on these and do these a couple more times, and then they'll be done. So this is how you season a brand new Lodge cast iron skillet. I mean, it looks good for 1 coat. They come pre-seasoned from Lodge, but we put them in the oven and season them with Crisco, 1 coat. And of course, naturally, we did a corn stick pan that we've been working on, and also a cast iron skillet that has been in a fire, and we took and stripped the rust off of it, and we're starting to season it back. So that's 1 coat on them here. We're going to get ready and add another coat of Crisco, put it in the oven and bake it off for another hour, hour and a half or so for coat number 2. These corn stick pan and this cast iron skillet that was in a fire will probably do, I'm gonna say 2 more times, get about 3 coats on it to establish a good base for it, and then they should be in good shape. But anyway, the new Lodge cast iron grill pan turned out nice for just 1 coat. And so we'll probably get ready. We may do it 1 more time, and then we're going to start cooking with this. You guys need to check this video out right here, and we'll see you over there later on. Y'all have a great day. It's Mike over here at Mr. Cast Iron.